Welcome to Alcatraz Island, a landmark steeped in mystery and history, located in the heart of San Francisco Bay. This small, unassuming islet holds tales of intrigue, daring escapes, and notorious criminals. A place where the echoes of its past resonate through the cold, silent walls. Once a military fortress, standing tall and formidable, it evolved into something more ominous, a maximum security prison that struck fear into the hearts of America's most hardened criminals. A military fortress transformed into America's most formidable prison. Originally a military fortress, Alcatraz evolved into a military prison in the late 1800s. Its strategic location in the heart of San Francisco Bay made it an ideal outpost for the U.S. Army. Initially constructed to protect the Bay Area from foreign attack, the fortress soon became a place of confinement for military offenders. With its imposing structure and isolated position, it was the perfect place to house those who had broken military law. The fortress that once protected the bay was destined for a darker future. In 1934, Alcatraz transitioned into a maximum security federal penitentiary designed to house America's most notorious criminals. The metamorphosis of Alcatraz was a calculated response to the rampant crime wave of the early 20th century. Its isolated location and maximum security measures made it the perfect fortress to confine the most hardened and dangerous convicts. The transformation was not just about the bricks and mortar. It was about creating an institution that symbolized the resolve of American justice. Alcatraz was ready to house the worst of the worst. Life in Alcatraz was marked by strict discipline. Inmates lived in solitary confinement with limited privileges. The Rock, as it was often called, was a place where liberties were stripped bare. Imagine a world confined to a cell just 5 feet by 9 for 23 hours a day. Mealtimes were tightly regulated, with each inmate given just 20 minutes to eat. Silence was the golden rule here, with conversations restricted to whispers during meals and recreation. The cold, damp cells and the haunting isolation were a stark contrast to the vibrant city visible across the bay. Inmates were allowed to read, write, and work, but under the watchful eyes of the guards. Discipline was enforced with an iron hand, and disobedience was met with harsh punishments. Life inside Alcatraz was a constant struggle against the system, against the self, and against despair. Surviving Alcatraz was a test of resilience. Alcatraz was home to some of the most infamous figures in criminal history, including Al Capone and the Birdman Robert Stroud. Al Capone, dubbed Public Enemy Number 1, was a notorious gangster during the Prohibition era. His reign came to an end when he was sentenced to Alcatraz for tax evasion. Then there was the Birdman of Alcatraz, Robert Stroud. Despite his nickname, Stroud was not allowed to keep birds at Alcatraz, a privilege he enjoyed at previous prisons. He was known for his violent temper, but also for his intellect, having written books on bird diseases while incarcerated. Other notorious inmates included George Machine Gun Kelly, a well-known kidnapper, and James Whitey Bulger, a feared mob boss. These men, among others, turned Alcatraz into an island of infamy. Their stories continue to fascinate us years after their departure. Despite its security, Alcatraz witnessed daring escape attempts, the most famous being the 1962 escape, which remains shrouded in mystery. The fortress-like security of Alcatraz was a challenge that some inmates couldn't resist. The Rock, as it was often called, was a fortress surrounded by the frigid and treacherous waters of the San Francisco Bay. But this didn't deter the likes of Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin. Their 1962 escape became the stuff of legend, even inspiring a Clint Eastwood film. Using makeshift tools, they chiseled away at the prison's concrete walls, crafted dummy heads to fool the guards, and built a raft out of raincoats. They vanished into the night, never to be seen again. Were they swallowed by the icy waters, or did they manage to cheat the Rock? We may never know. But one thing is certain. The island's impenetrable reputation was constantly challenged. Alcatraz closed in 1963 due to high operational costs. Today, it stands as a symbol of American justice and a popular tourist attraction. High maintenance costs and the harsh offshore conditions led to its closure. Yet Alcatraz's legacy lives on. It continues to captivate us, painting a vivid picture of America's past. Its tales of notorious criminals and daring escapes are etched into our collective memory. From a dreaded prison to a historical landmark, Alcatraz's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Now a National Historic Landmark, Alcatraz offers a glimpse into a unique chapter of American history, attracting visitors worldwide. Today, it's not just a relic of the past, but a vibrant destination with its stunning gardens and captivating tours. Its legacy as a symbol of justice and resilience is etched into its stone walls. The prison may have been silenced, but the echoes of its tales continue to reverberate. Alcatraz has transformed, but its stories continue to captivate us. Alcatraz Island, once America's most formidable prison, now echoes the stories of its past, standing as a testament to the resilience of history. From its early military beginnings to its transformation into a federal prison, Alcatraz has been a symbol of American justice. The tales of notorious inmates, daring escape attempts, and its eventual closure all contribute to its rich legacy. As the sun sets over Alcatraz, we are left with an unforgettable glimpse into a fascinating chapter of American history.